just raking up the grass here. Gotta rake it up here. It's beautiful. Kind of clouds all came out. It's about, I don't know, 5, 6 o'clock right now. Just trying to rake up all the grass. If you get it raked, it lets the air at the roots and lets it grow a little better, helps it green up quicker. And got some pines there that dropped 10 million little pine cones, so it's nice to get rid of those. So get rid of a lot of them already. So yeah, it's sad, but I've been tugging on that sable palmetto spear and it will not come out. And I think I figured out what happened. There's 2 strings of Christmas lights on this palmetto, and I turned these lights on to see what was happening. Now, sometime while I was in Florida, or sometime, I believe it was while I was in Florida, because this thing looked great before I left. The only light that we're turning on is this one lower string along the entire bottom. So there's about 10 bulbs down there. So this entire box from knee high all the way up had 0 heat. None of these lights turned on. So that's what happened. I did not watch it. I did not put a temperature sensor there. I had no clue what was happening. I didn't think it would get to -10 or -15. It must have been, gosh, probably about -15, -20 up there, that far away from the heat source with as much cold. And this box leaks quite a bit with as much cold as we had. So I don't know if it's a goner. I'm tugging on the spear. Definitely will not come out, but at least it's good to know that it's not something else, that it is cold damage. So what I think I'm going to do, I'll see if I can do it today. If I do it today, I'll see if I add it in, but I might chop everything off here and see if I can get down to some live tissue and like basically chop the entire head off. Sorry for hitting the camera, and see if it starts to percolate some growth soon. Maybe dump a bit of hydrogen peroxide, but that's what happened. Not enough heat. So that's what happened. But this palm has always been a thorn in my side, as far as not as far as its beauty, but as far as overwintering. So anyways, God, this is a full yard update though. I'll show you here. You can get right in here. This thing has definitely not been running, but see, this is a good idea though. I left this just as a fall safe for this one. It's this little tube. It's like a little tube heater. It was like, I don't know, 40 bucks on Amazon. It's like 150 watts. You want to keep the wattage low. And then I put it right there on a thermal cube. So the Christmas lights are plugged in there, so they're running all the time. Again, there's not that many bulbs going though, so this box could get quite cool. So then this is kind of far away from the heat source. So if it gets to 0 right there, when I was in Florida, which it might have, then it'll turn that light on. I turn on this little heat, that light will light up and it'll turn on this little heater, which can then make a little bit of heat for this box. I don't think it would have got cold enough though, because I did it without this and it could only get down to around 0, and that was at -18, -19. It was almost -20 before I left. So there's the center spear. The spear is looking absolutely massive. It's really hard to get my hand in there. There's about, I don't know, like not 100, but 25, 30 fronds in there. It's hard to get without. So there's one part of it. I have huge hands. There's one part of the spear. So there's about 5 or 6 spears all in there. The petioles here, these are the width of the petiole there. It doesn't look big on the camera. This is wider than your iPhone. That's the width from tooth to tooth, is about the width of an iPhone 12 or 13, whatever. Maybe even bigger. Let me see here. So you can see there, that's the size of one of the petioles. It's hard to get the scale, but I don't know, about the width of a human foot, perhaps. But yeah, anyways, big Mexican fan palm looking good. And I could probably start taking off some more of those boots this year. I'll give you a quick look at the front. The front boxes are coming down any day now because it's getting close to the end of March. So the boxes are coming down, but not a piece of ice or anything anywhere. Wind blew this over, but yep. Anyways, I'll show you everything here, guys. And these boxes here are definitely coming down really soon. So, oh, you know what? These might push back out because look at the color on there. These flowers may still come out. I'm thinking they will. There's another one right there. I'm thinking they will come out in the spring here. The other one, the problem is that female's already got its flowers out. It's too early. It didn't wait for this guy, but this guy makes the pollen really quick. It'll be ready. It won't be too long. If it works, then I'll have some more fresh seed if anybody wants some. If it doesn't work, well, I don't care. I got thousands of seed and seedlings. The seed that I have, though, is 2 years old now because that one took a year off last year. Here's my other Mexican fan palm. It's 3-year-old Mexican fan palm that I grew from seed. you can get right in this box here now. And there's a fronded open and one there. Trying to open one there. Got a beautiful, healthy spear there. And there's my hand with the trunk. And this one's got a temperature sensor there. That's what that is. And yeah, these lights, no thermal cube, just plugged in, running all the time. This is what happens to the outer leaf. That's what happens to the other leaves when they get right against the box, and they're old because it's making new ones. So the old leaves will die off, but it's nothing to worry about. And here's the other one. You can go right in the top here. It's got, this one's about 4 years old. It's actually opening up a frond right now here. And there's my hand with that trunk. It's not that much bigger. It's a lot thicker, but it's not that much taller. They just get thick for the first few years than the other one, but it is not that other palm there. That one that's 3 years old is the fastest growing one I ever had. This was up there with one of the second fastest ones, but this thing's doing great. That's actually a really fat trunk. This trunk is actually fatter than the trunk of that Mexican fan palm over there when I first planted it. That one, sorry, current temperature too is around 10 Celsius. We've been pretty much every day 10, and most days have been sunny, so it's about 10 Celsius and sunny, which is a couple days we're up into the 60s Fahrenheit, but mostly about 50. I guess that's like high 50s Fahrenheit, maybe even into the 60s a little bit, but that's what we've been at. All the seedlings look absolutely great. These are all my little seedlings that planted themselves there. And here's my female, and then I'll just give you a quick look at the front yard boxes. Sorry about pushing it right against the trunk here. So see, those flowers are already out. Unless there's another spade that's going to be behind, I think we're going to be too early to pollinate. I won't have my pollen ready in time for my male. And I only see, that's weird. I never see that before. Only one flower stalk. But the fronds look great. Nice and dry in here. Everything looks beautiful. I had this palm here 1 year. I had it really damaged. It had transplant shock when I got it. Then it made a ton of seeds, took a year off. And then last year, the year it had its seeds on it, when I cut them off, this box had like almost no heat. Made sure I put 2 fresh strings of lights in here and made sure they were working good and brand new. That's the key, because a lot of these ones are really old. You gotta basically you almost want to buy these lights every year, because the bulbs die out, and if they don't, the fuse blows, and the fuse will blow even sometimes when the bulbs are running. They'll hit the wire and they'll blow. So you got to kind of watch them a little bit. Unfortunately, it'd be lovely if you could just plug it in and never buy lights again. Got all the water off my pool cover. I drained that, getting ready to open the swimming pool. This is my last piece of ice on my whole property here. Right here, kind of icy little area in the shade. That's where I piled a bunch of snow, and then I guess with the pot sitting on it and everything, it kept it frozen. But everywhere else is, you can't find a piece of snow around here. This ice in the shade can last for an unbelievable length of time if you keep it in a really dark, cool place. But no snow anywhere out here. Got flowers in the back there popping up that I showed you. Got all the, I don't know what they are. Those are crocuses and tulips and lots of stuff popping up. I don't know what it all is, but it's nice when they all come up, all these different bulbs. I like the spring flowers. But so those the two smaller ones, Sandor palms, if you want to check out his channel, he's got them. We dug them out in the fall here. He grabbed them. He was happy to take them. I was just trying to limit down the boxes. These are short, small, kind of skinny, easy boxes. As those other ones were growing, these boxes would have kept getting wider and wider and wider, and I just didn't want to make the boxes too big. So it's nice, just one slender box. And Christmas time, I was going to try to put some ribbons on them. I didn't end up doing that, but nevertheless, that's how the boxes look. This one's much bigger because the palm is much taller, and the grass is starting to green up pretty good, and it's dry now. It's been dry for a few days because lots of sun. Of course, it was sunny all day, but you get home from work and the clouds come out when you want to make a video. But anyways, that's how the yard's looking. So thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe. Full yard update. That's for basically end of March. So the next time you see it, these 2 boxes are going to be coming down. It's supposed to get a little bit of cooler weather on the weekend. One night it's supposed to go down to -8 Celsius. So that's nothing those can't handle, but there's no need to take them down sooner than I have to. It's nice. Actually, today would be a good day because it's nice and dry, but I'll wait a couple days. It doesn't hurt. Anyways, sorry if the videos are really long, winded video. And the crocus closed up. These little guys are so funny. They open in the sun and then they close when the clouds come out. And somebody wanted to know if some palms here would ever get adjusted to the cold enough that I could not protect them. Well, there's some seedlings right there that I didn't do any protection on. They are fried, stone dead, and those are up against the house. I don't have a basement, so it's not heated underneath there, but still that would be getting some help. And that's the difference protection makes. There's seedlings with a little bit of protection, and that would have still got really cold. You would have had some nice wind coming in there, but that's the difference. A little bit of warmth, a little bit of protection from the wind, and makes all the difference here in my climate. Unfortunately, don't live in the tropics, but we're here near Toronto in Canada, so it's cool to have big palm trees. Unfortunately, sable, let me know what you guys want to see done with it. I'm gonna give it one last chance. If it starts pushing growth, I will leave it. But anything other than that, and I'm gonna consider chopping it down. Either way, it's gonna have the growing season if it starts growing. If it doesn't start growing here in the next few months, I will be chopping it down. If it starts growing, then it will definitely have the whole season, and who knows what'll happen in the fall. I don't know if I'll have it in me to just let it die or chop it down, but I don't wanna do this box again. It will definitely be a different box or something else, or we'll try to give it away. I don't think anyone can take it. I don't think it'll survive a transplant shock, but I think it's gonna grow. I'm trying to tug on the center spear and it's not coming, but it definitely got whatever the absolute maximum coldest temperature that a palmetto can take. That's what it's seen, and maybe a little extra. So we'll see how it did. I'm guessing it was at least minus 20 inside that box. So up near the crown there. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe later.